Evening, everybody. It's 6:45, and this is your closing comment for Monday, the 9th of October, and it is video number 1937. Wow, really getting up there. Okay, was a strange day. Not strange first thing in the morning, where the futures, which had been down overnight, were down. We were down about 200, and then we rallied once back to unchanged, went back down, rallied again into the green, fell back again to a higher low, and then this afternoon rallied all afternoon into the close. As far as the indexes, the Dow was up 197 or 0.6%. Nasdaq up 53, up 0.39%. The S&P was the big winner, and that was up 2716 or 0.63. A close second was the Russell up 1044 or 0.6%. And then we had the transports, which actually I take that back. It wasn't the S&P, it was the transports up 133.32 or zero point 0.9 was the leader to the upside. What was strange about today, well, there were several things. Everybody was talking about the, God, I hate this, Magnificent Seven, which is a symptom and a problem, not a positive. And it turned out there were only two stocks down out of that whole mega cap group, and those were Nvidia and Tesla. But the VIX, with the market up, was also higher on the day. That's somewhat unusual. The thing that's bugging me about this market, and I've been talking about it now for 2 weeks, is the dramatic decline in the internals. Today, with the Dow up 200, it was 2 to 1 up, which is decent. However, there were more stocks down than up on the NASDAQ, which was up 52. And again, those mega cap stocks are the ones that ran the market. And the volume, 3.8 billion. These are low numbers. I mean, I know that today was kind of a semi holiday with the stock market open, but the bond market closed. But I would have thought that a war breaking out over the weekend and turning the energies higher and the stocks ending higher would have taken a little bit more volume to actually succeed. The oil tonight is unchanged after being up $3.59 today. Nat gas pretty much unchanged, up 4 cents. The gold was up about $19, and I have a feeling that they messed up on the settlement because I saw it as up 30, and tonight it opened up 10. So 19 and 10 is a lot closer than seeing it the way it is. The silver was up a meager 20 cents, and tonight is up another dime. So maybe it was a settlement in all of the metals. Um, the Bitcoin was down 410. The dollar was up 3 cents. And the bonds, on exactly what I've been telling you about, a flight to safety because of an event, were up over a point and a half, almost a point and 3/4. And tonight are not giving back any of it yet. They're up only one tick, but after a point and a half to the upside, a little bit of a pullback would be interesting. What will also be interesting is seeing what they look like first thing in the morning when Europe is open and our market will follow as open. Okay, so we have the war. We had a flight to safety. Even though we continue to have low volume, I am not impressed with the rally. I'm hearing people talking about, next year's earnings and the year after that. And frankly, I don't have a lot of patience for it. Certainly, the biggest movers today were the defense stocks. Uh, the ITA, which is the ITA is the ETF for aerospace and defense, and it was 108.72, and that was up $4.62 or 4.45%. We had some huge movers though in the group. To give you an example, Lockheed Martin up 35 at 436. That's 9%. General Dynamics up 19 at 239. That's another 9%. Um, NOC, which is Northrop Grumman, up 48 at 471. That's 11.4%. And both Raytheon and Axon, AXON, both also up about 5%. So clearly the market knows where it wants to go. It wants to go to safety in the bonds, and it wants to go to safety in defense because that's where the money is obviously going to be spent. I don't expect this to be an over and done pretty quickly like the old Yom Kippur War or the 8 Day War in 1967. Um, and this puts a little bit different light on the action in Teva, which I added to last week. The stock is down from, I think I paid $10.17 for it, and it closed today at $8.82, down another 60 cents, been down every day since I bought it. But the end of the week, especially, and now that I think about it, it is an Israeli company. And I guess there's quite a bit of indecision as to whether or not they're going to be able to continue to produce. Another Israeli company that went the other way the last couple of days was a new issue back in, I believe it was July. It was priced at $10, 1,950,000 shares, so a $20 million company. The stock opened that day at 22, got as high as 38, and continued up as high as 93. The symbol for this unbelievable mover, VFS, VinFast Auto Limited. It's an EV maker. It is not China per se. In fact, it's Vietnam. In the meantime, after hitting that $93 number in the first 5 or 6 days of trading, the stock has done absolutely nothing since then except wither away. The first day, it moved all the way back to 46 and closed at 46 and a quarter, down 36. The next day it was down another 5. The day after that it was down another 15%, another $6. So you get the general idea. This stock closed at a new low today. It hit 721. The last on it is 723, and that is a decline of a little over 10% today, but it's a 92% decline from the high to where it's trading right now. As far as the futures tonight, as I mentioned, the gold is up, the silver is up. The oil is basically unchanged. The dollar is unchanged. We did have a little bit of action to the upside in the wheat today. The corn and the soybeans are both down slightly. All right, folks, I'll be back first thing in the morning. Hope everyone. Oh, and we had that fantastic trade that took place 2 different ways. Uh, we bought the TLT which is the 20-year Treasury. We bought the calls at between 91 and 95 cents, and they got up to $1.47. And if you recall, I mentioned that I had no internet all day Friday. And so I didn't see it falling back, but fall back it did, and pretty severely. As you can see, uh, it was up here, came down. Today was up all day. Uh, Up, as I said, 1 and 18/30. Tonight it is a little higher. I think that we could easily get to this 113, 114 area, and we closed at 112. That would be pretty substantial. We got between $1.74 and $2.09 for the options that we paid 91 to 93 for. We only sold half, and we'll just let it go here, see what happens. Some people did the TLT 85 to 86 spread for 34 cents, and that spread closed today. Let's just see if I can't take a look there. Get rid of this. That spread closed at the down the underside one, the 85s, closed $2.12, up $1.15, and the 86s closed at $1.45, up 90. So those 34-cent spreads that were put on Friday, there were some taken off as high as 85 cents, certainly a double, and above even the upside strike. So there's more to develop there, and those options expire on Friday, so they ought to lose some premium awfully fast if we stall here. All right, folks, I'll be back first thing in the morning. Have a good one.